most pleased with the fact that we were able to keep them off the free throw line. Kansas City had, in their exhibition game and their first game combined, attempted 93 free throws. So I was concerned about our ability to keep them off the line. Martez Harrison's been to the free throw line 27 times, I think, in the 2 games. And I thought we did a good job of keeping our hands back, making him score over top of us. It's just a fine line, as I told the team after the game. I don't think our defense has a lot of teeth to it. We're so concerned about playing without fouling that we just don't have quite the fight that I'd like us to have. And now we've got to find that we've got to be able to push to the line of this is how hard we can play and how physical we can play without fouling and still get away with it, but we've got a little bit, our defense got a little bit more teeth to it. And that's our challenge. Offensively, we moved the ball. We had some uncharacteristic turnovers that we need to clean up. But when our ball movement was good, our offense was pretty efficient, and we got a lot of guys on the floor again tonight. So we got the victory. We did what we were supposed to do, and the road's going to get a little tougher here starting next Saturday.
Questions from the student athletes?
Zach, what's the biggest improvement from game 1 to game 2?
I thought we just settled down a little better, just much more calm. We played our game, got out in transition, made some simple plays, and then did a much better job of not fouling, just eliminating those hand checks, and that was the main improvements I saw.
I got to ask you about the 4-point play. Ended up on the bench. Kind of take us through it.
Yeah, just a great find in the corner there, and shot the shot, and then he kind of pushed me, and I hit my head on one of their benches, so that kind of hurt. But, just a great play. Forgot who threw the pass, but great play and just real unselfish, all night. Yeah, I'm used to that. It's going to get real physical, even starting Saturday. They got a lot of physical guys there at St. Joe's, and, I like the physical play. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to keep playing my game and just the way it is out there.
I just got to give a lot of credit to my teammates. First game, we didn't hit as many shots as we're capable of, but our shooters, I just did a great job, I guess, of just finding our shooters, and they just knocked down the open shots. Losing Greg, so we lost a lot of rebounds. So it was key that a lot of guards help on the boards and things like that. So I had to crash and get to the ball.
Yeah, they've just been extremely unselfish, and that's what we need them to do. They both have just a great knack of finding our shooters, and they both bring kind of different dynamic. Devin gets in the lane, and he'll make some crazy passes, but they seem to work out. And Austin just does a great job of pushing it in transition and make the simple reads, and that's what he's been so good at. And stepping up big, both of them are rebounding really well, and they're stealing a lot of me and Will's rebounds. But I think they're just doing a really good job of helping us on the glass.
It's helping away. It's helping find the ball and things like that. Yeah, definitely.
Coach alluded to some uncharacteristic turnovers. Was there pressure giving you guys any trouble like that?
I wouldn't say it was giving us too much trouble. Everybody just didn't make the right reads at times, and it just got sped up with the pace.
Any other questions for student athletes?
Did you call that bench shot?
No, I didn't. Just tossed it up.
It looked like you just were looking for somebody and couldn't find
I
anybody.
was, yeah. I was hoping to get him off his feet and try to get him in the air, but just threw it up and it just went in.
Gonna be into things probably start getting tougher on Saturday. Just talk a little bit about going to St. Joe's.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really tough atmosphere. We went there 2 years ago and got beat, and then last year beat them here. So they're gonna be hungry. Us coming to town, so we gotta be ready. You know, it's a small little gym there, and their student section's right on top of you there, and just it's tough to adjust to. So we gotta lock in this week at practice and know what's ahead of us, because you know the road's gonna get a lot tougher. So we're looking forward to the challenge though.
Austin, talk about going on the road, a whole different atmosphere, coming there, what's it like?
It kind of takes you back to high school, just like the atmosphere and like the way the gym is and the students on top of you. But I think we've done a great job of it in the past couple of years of playing on the road and things like that. So hopefully the guys we can come together and come out with a dub.
Some players like playing on the road. You like playing on the road?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a new atmosphere.
What you think?
Yeah, we love playing on the road. You know, we get everyone's best shot, and that's what it's all about. We're gonna get every opponent's best shot, and we just got to be ready for it. And we're really excited to get out there to Philly.
Since nobody asked you about it, do you feel like a 37-point game?
You know, I mean, I missed a lot of shots that I should have made, but you know, just kind of in one of those zones. My teammates did a really good job of finding me, and just we really did a good job of getting our transition game early, and that's where kind of got things flowing. So you know, it was a good night, but I know it's going to get a lot tougher. So I just gotta not dwell on this performance and focus on St. Joe's.
All right, questions for Coach Tony?
You guys are good.
Kind of the same question I asked just your point guard play. What have you seen out of it? What are you happy about? What are you maybe a little concerned about?
Well, through 2 games, I'm not sure Austin has a turnover, so I'm really happy about that. I think 14 or 15 assists and no turnovers is really solid basketball. Now, he's not shooting the ball as well as he's capable of, and I know for a fact he's working on it every day, so I'm not too concerned about that long term. And then, you know, Devin, as Doug mentioned, it's just a totally different look, and you know, as we go forward, I'm hopeful that Devin will understand when to make the simple play. And there were a couple times tonight he got himself into trouble when he didn't have to. There was an easier read prior to him getting it a little deeper in the lane than he had to get it. But you know, you get 17 rebounds and what do we get? Well, it looks like Austin. They must have changed it. Austin only had 9 assists, so you know, 14 assists and 3 turnovers and 16 rebounds between them. That's pretty good basketball.
Can you talk about the necessity of the guards to get in there and assist on that rebound?
Well, Austin talked about it earlier. You know, Gregory did a lot for us in the paint, and he cleaned up a lot of rebounds. He also made sure his man didn't get the rebound. So we've got to make up the slack somewhere, and everybody else is really the same. Doug's Doug, Ethan's Ethan, Grant is Grant. Will's a different kind of rebounder than Gregory was. And you know, Zach's a freshman, and we're trying to get Jeff healthy, so it's got to come from somewhere. So guys like Austin and Devin and Jahans and Isaiah Avery, they need to dig in and rebound for us, and for the most part, through 2 games, they've done that.
Any concern when the free throw percentage is almost the same as the 3-point percentage?
Yeah, obviously. You know, Avery missing 2 is a little bit of a surprise. Grant missing a couple is a bit of a surprise. We've got to get Will's free throws figured out. He's shooting, he's making 100 every day, and we got to keep working on that because I think he's going to get there some. And you know, we need to become the type of free throw shooting team we were a year ago because as I've talked about many times, it's with these new rules, the game's going to come down to free throws more times than not this year, and we need to be on the leading edge of that.
Getting much lead out of Grant?
Out of He's dinged up with that thumb. I think it's bothering him probably more than he's leading on, and he got it caught again tonight in the first half, and that's why we didn't play him much the second half. But he's not totally himself, and you know, Grant's kind of been a guy that's saved his best for the biggest games, and he seems to defer a lot in games like this. So he's old enough that I'm not too worried about him. I think he'll be ready Saturday.
What did you see out of Isaiah tonight, kind of mixing it up, both shooting and driving?
Yeah, I thought he, I thought he looked to attack some. You know, when you're not making shots, and he missed his first one, and then I think he came back and hit his second one. But if you're not feeling comfortable and they're closing out on you hard, put your head down and try to get to the basket. And he did that a couple times, made a couple nice plays. And you know, Isaiah's just not making many mistakes. He's playing smart basketball, and you know, he's growing more and more comfortable, I think, every time he steps on the floor. And I think he'll give us important minutes throughout the season.
Doug scored the first one. Is it at all surprising to you that he's getting quality looks that early in the game?
Doug's just hard to guard because he's on the move so much, and he's got a way of reading situations and creating angles for himself that oftentimes you don't have to draw up a play. He just can find his way in transition and find a seam in the defense. And he's got a group of guys around him that understand I need to keep my head up because he's likely to slip to the basket or pop out and make a good read. And they started in that zone, and you know, we found him along the baseline a couple times and in the corner a few times, and he got off to a good start. So, you know, he's been known to start games well, and he was ready to go tonight. There's no question.
Your last trip to St. Joe's, you didn't end up like you wanted it to, but talk a little bit about playing there, kind of a unique thing.
It's a very difficult place to play. You know, it's a small arena. Fans are right on top of you, and probably the most important thing is they've got a good team. They're very well coached, and you know, we played one of our best games of the season against them last year on a day when they probably played one of their poorest games, and you know, they will be ready. Coach Martelli will have them ready, and we are going to have to play a great game if we expect to go in there and win. There's a lot of things we need to clean up, especially on the defensive end of the floor, that we're just not consistent enough at this point of the season as I would like to be. And part of it is, as I mentioned, I just think there's a tentativeness because of the rule change. And our guys, I think, are backed off a little too far, and we need to be a little more aggressive. And we will definitely need that on Saturday. You know, we'll watch some film this week, and I think there'll be some examples that I can pull off the film to show them, here's the decision you made on defense, here's the decision you should have made. And, you know, Langston Galloway, I think, is, you know, one of the top 10 off guards in the country. I think he's good running off screens. He's great in transition. He's learned to attack more as he's become older. I just think he's a terrific player, and Ronald Roberts inside is a load. He's athletic. He blocks shots. He changes the game. You know, they've got a good basketball team, and if we can find a way to go in there and win, it'll be a great win for us.
Talk about measuring state going on the road, your third game against a pretty good opponent on a pretty tough place to play.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out a lot about our team here the next 6 games or 7 games. You know, we go to St. Joe's, we come home to Tulsa, then we go to California for 4 games, and then come home to Nebraska. So the road is going to get much more difficult. 5 of our next 6 games are away from home. And obviously we're very comfortable here. Our fans are great. It's a tremendous home court advantage. And as the guys mentioned earlier, with Doug's success and our team's success the last couple of years, we're going to get everybody's best shot on the road. So we have to be ready. We have to be locked in. And this week, the preparation this week will be really critical. We need to get a few guys, the bumps and bruises, healthy. But we have to have a great week of practice and preparation for St. Joe's. Thank you.
A little bit about Will, our team
I think he's been consistent. I thought he lacked some energy the first half tonight. I talked to him at halftime. I thought he came out the second half and was much more active. Changed a few shots, blocked a few shots, went and got a couple rebounds in traffic. You know, he just Will has to be so locked in all the time because we're really asking a lot of him to try to replace what we lost with Gregory's presence last year. But I think he's doing a good job. I think Zach's coming off the bench and giving us a few good things. And you know, Ethan got in foul trouble early, and he has to find a way to avoid that. He's too valuable to our team to get those 2 quick fouls in 4 minutes. And now, when they're playing zone, you're taking your best shooter and really have to keep him on the bench. Because the reality of it is, I've kind of always been a coach that, depending on the situation, if the lead was safe or I felt like we were right there in the game in the first half, I usually haven't put guys back in the game with 2 fouls in the first half. And now it's even more difficult with this rule because you touch somebody, it's your 3rd foul. So you have to be really careful. And, you know, Ethan's not a guy that's great at understanding how to play without fouling. He's always been rather foul prone. Yeah, you noticed that too. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, Coach Richardson.